the mother city where the mountains rise, capped on in sheer under sapphire skies. Legends are born in the shadow of Table Bay. They lace up their boots and take the field to play. The Stormers strike, the thunder roars. Try after try, they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ruinell running like the wind. Dion for it tackles with a champion's grin. Brian Havana's speed leaves the world behind. They build the legends brick by grind. Super Rugby to the URC. Stormers carve their history. Stormers strike, the thunder roars. Try after try, they open the doors. Champions of the Western Cape, rugby's heartbeat takes its shape. Ignite. Western Cape under stadium lights. South Africans lead with heart and trade. Rugby kings with their skills displayed.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see.
Hello folks, welcome back. It's a lekker Zaterdag so far, a lovely Saturday as the Bulls defeat Glasgow 22-21 at Murrayfield in Edinburgh, in Glasgow. You know, why are they playing Murrayfield in Edinburgh? Crazy stuff. Anyway, fantastic. They went all the way to Edinburgh from Murrayfield, but the unbelievable outcome there, wow. The Bulls have won 22-21 despite the poor play of Henri Pollard, who was atrocious, missing 4 kicks, 3 penalty conversions late in the game, which could have sealed the game for them, as well as a try conversion at the beginning of the second half. But the Bulls show great character, mostly good discipline, although there's some mistakes towards the end. But fantastic play by Stephen Hunt to come off the bench. He's also the guy that locked it up for them in the end. And the Bulls have moved on to the final for the 4th time in 5 seasons. That means in every single URC final since its existence came into being, there's been a South African side in all 5 finals. 3 of those finals have taken place in South Africa. 1 has taken place in Dublin. Will we see, or in Scotland, excuse me, will we see where this one's at? Wow. Unbelievable, folks. The Stormers strike. Indeed, they have struck. But they've had a terrible second half of the season. Although they finished third in the standings, they should have finished top of the log, in worst case, second place. They finished 12 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. They were 8-0. So put that in perspective. That means they finished the season 4 wins, a draw, and 5 losses. Not exactly burning the barns there. So the Stormers are in trouble today, and I'm a Stormers fan. We're hoping they're going to come through here. Love to see the Stormers come through to see another final being played in South Africa. But for the lineups, let's get to those. The game will get started here in just a couple minutes. Leinster at the fullback, Hugo Keenan. Jimmy O'Brien is on the right wing. In the center, Rico Ioane and Jamie Osborne, a dangerous combination. James Lowe, always dangerous on that left wing. Sam Pendergrast on the, by the way, James Lowe set a record last week for tries for this team. Prendergast at the fly half. Jamison Gibson Park is back at scrum half. This is an all-Ireland side so far, except for Rico Ioane. Every player I've mentioned is a player for Ireland, except for Rico Ioane. Then Caelan Doris is the captain, wearing the number 8 jersey. Josh van der Fleer, Max Deegan. The locks are James Ryan, Joe McCarthy. In the front row, Thomas Clarkson, Ronan Kelleher, and Andrew Porter. Off the bench for Leinster, should I say Ireland, Gus McCarthy, Alex Uzunov, Rabah Slimani, Yarman Mangan, Jack Conan, Luke McGrath, Harry Byrne, and Gary Ringrose. With the exception of Ringrose and Byrne and McGrath, not convinced that's a particularly strong bench, so Leinster will have to rely on their starters, in my view. The Stormers, who come crippled with major injuries. Damien Villemse at fullback. Wanda Silly Similani steps in on the right wing. Ruan Nell is the captain wearing 13 jersey, teaming up with Dan Duplessis, setting a record for the most cap centers pair in Stormers history. Today, Leyland Zas on the left wing will need a better performance out of Leyland Zas. Yuri Matia will need a solid game out of him at fly half. Imad Khan is the scrum half. He needs to be consistent and not reckless. Evan Ruiz needs to have discipline. He's cost his team severely with his poor discipline throughout the season, although he scored more tries in URC regular season competition than anyone else. Then Ben Jason Dixon and Paul de Villiers. De Villiers is a rock star, an unsung hero who should get a Springbok cap sometime soon. The locks are Connor Evans. No knockoff there by Lucien van Heerden. Evans is a talented young player, and Audrey Smith. In the front row, Neethling Fouché, who is at times a major liability for the Stormers. Hopefully he will be disciplined today. Andre Hugafente, who's always an asset, and Tukum Kuno, who's been brilliant this season. Off the bench, JJ Kotza, Vernon Matonga, Zach Porthen, Salman Morat, Ruan Ackerman, Marcel Tennyson, who's a secret weapon, Stefan Unger, and Warwick Galant, who's hit and miss. One day he's hot, one day he's terrible. So let's see what happens there. The officiating crew, we hopefully won't be complaining about officials. This is a good crew. I'll say it up front. I'll say it, the best of the 4 is on the pitch, and that's Holly Davidson. She is an absolute rock star and does a brilliant job. I've seen her call women's games and men's games, and she is just a stud out there. Easy on the eyes, too. The assistant referees are Sam Grove White, who's pretty consistent. He's had his moments. Adam Jones. And the TMO is Mike Adamson, very good official as well. So hopefully the officials won't play a role. But the last game, it was the Bulls 21 and Andrew Brace 22. The Bulls 22, Andrew Brace 21. They really played that game against the 16th man in the official, who made some very questionable calls in the first half, as well as the TMO overruling a try, which is clearly a try by Marcel Kotsia. The ball never left his possession, and my stream has just come live. Players out warming up on the pitch at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, another place I've never been for a game. I hope to get there and catch a game at some point. I guess I have to go for a URC game because Ireland games are always sold out. This game's supposed to start in 5 minutes exactly. So this is pretty awesome stuff here. Let's see how it goes. With all due respect, I hope the Stormers can win against the ref, as with the Lions last week and the Bulls today. Well, this is a good officiating crew, so hopefully it'll go well. Thank you to the 127 people currently here. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done it already. This game starts in just a couple of minutes, and we've got company here. I've got Bucky here with me, sitting right here. And it's time for the Stormers to strike, and they need to strike big time. I need to make a change very quickly here, so I'm not going to go anywhere, but I just need to add something to my other YouTube channel. Whoops, that's, okay, return to studio. Okay, I'm going to switch accounts here. Switch account to that one. Let me get there now. And while I've got a few moments here, because I just posted another video, and I need to put a thumbnail up for it, and also some keywords in there for it, so that it gets attention. All right, YouTube, play nice. Why is it when I have things to do, you always pull this crap at me? It doesn't look like a particularly large crowd. That's a bit disappointing, folks, to say the least. To say the very least. It's a very disappointing crowd so far at the moment. Yeah, so I've got to add a few things to this video. So oh, that's a beautiful shot there of Aviva Stadium. So let me just get up here and make sure you guys are on silent. I got the desktop. I got to turn the output out for that. And then, okay, here we go. Stormers versus Leinster. Turn my sound on. Got the Irish announcers with their lovely Irish brogue accents. Love that stuff. Aviva Stadium. 14 degrees and cloudy. The wind is playing a role too today. A 30 June ultimatum to leave the country. All righty, cool beans. So let's see what happens here. So we're getting ready for this one, folks. Just moments away. What is going on there? Making a bunch of noise. What kind of noise taking place? Oh. No, that's the same. All right, so. It's all stupid noise they're making. It's like a bunch of dogs barking. Looking pretty overcast in Dublin, to say the least. So will the Bulls come to Leinster or will they go to Cape Town? The Stormers coming out with their hideous green jerseys on. They don't perform well in them, and they're on the road. So I'm not getting too excited about this one. Stormers making their way out on the pitch. And, of course, Leinster will come out in a few moments to huge applause. Here comes Leinster out on the pitch now. They're ready to go in their blue jerseys. Let's see what happens here. Crowd cheering for them. Pyrotechnics going off. Okay, what is going on here? Oh, man, my freaking WhatsApp is acting up again. I don't need time this crap now. Come on, I'm trying to... Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Holly Davidson. The officials out in the center. I'm working. Wow, people not respecting my time. That's the 5th phone call from people, and the people should know better. They're clearly not watching my broadcast. So, we are ready to get this one rolling here. We're going to have a moment of silence here. Yeah.
In the conversation with those great men and great leaders that I've just mentioned, 61 caps, 18 as captain. between 1970 and 1984, a Lion in 71 and in 74 in the International Hall of Fame. Fergus Slattery leaving us this week.
He's passed away. All right, we're on the pitch. We're ready. Let's get this thing rolling. Stormers going from my left to right. Let's go ahead and fix that. Holly Davidson out on the pitch now. Stormers left to right. Okay. Here we go. Let's avoid the yellow cards. Let's have good discipline. Let's keep our head in the game, and let's defeat Leinster. If there's a team I'm growing to hate, it's Leinster. Stormers need to play above themselves today. They need to go back to the form they had the first 4 games of the season, which seems like a lifetime ago. Live from Aviva Stadium in Dublin, it's this URC semifinal to decide where the championship game will be played in a fortnight. Yuri Matia replacing Sasha Feinberg-Ngumzulu. And he's the only kicker that we have other than Damon Willemse. Here's the kick. They're going to go short to the far side of the pitch, just inside the 22, taken down there by Leinster. And there's Kalen Doris with a carry, and he's met and buried immediately. Evan Roos gets back on side. Holly Davidson is there. Here comes the kick by Jamison Gibson Park over the top. That ball's going to go around the 10-meter line. Up in the air goes Damon Willemse. He comes down with it, but he's tackled into touch. Great tackle there by Ronan Kelleher, driving him into touch. But a good job by Damon Willemse. Just couldn't stay in play because his momentum carried him to that sideline. Yeah, couldn't quite get the ball down. So both sides playing tough there to get the first one. Here's the first line of the game. Kelleher, unchallenged, they come down with it. It's Joe McCarthy. Here comes Leinster. Kalen Doris with a carry, and he meets Evan Roos again, and he's tackled. Counter ruck coming from the Leinster side. Does a great job. Holly Davidson warns the Stormers to stay on side. Ball's kicked high into the air, down around the 10-meter line. And Leyland Zas, the Stormers fight with each other. It's knocked on by Leinster, but then kicked away. How about a knock-on advantage? Nope. So back inside the 22. And Willemse will kick it from there. He's sending it back down the pitch. It's going to find touch, and let's see where the mark is. So Leinster will have a line out just about where they were a few minutes ago. Damon Willemse is not happy about something. Got a terrible scar here from when he got hit in the face a few weeks ago. Zas and Willemse just ran in each other on that high ball. And so Leinster, long end of the story is Leinster gets the ball back. Porter lined up on that hash mark. Kelleher to throw it in for Leinster. Second line out of the game for them. 2 minutes in. Uncontested. McCarthy comes down. Gibson Park over the center to Kalen Doris once again. He's met at the 43-meter line and driven backwards and buried Andre Hugafenta in on the tackle, among others. Tukum Kun is waiting. Here's a kick from Gibson Park over the top, high into the air. Who's going to get this one? Leyland Zas over there. And Zas comes down with it, loses it backwards. And she's going to say forward, but it was backwards. No, I disagree. Wow. I disagree that was knocked on, Holly. That ball went backwards. Scrum to Leinster. So up in the air went Zas. He came down with it, but never secured it. It went backwards from there. And it was secured by Fouché, but no, she said it was a knock-on. So the lower levels of the stands are full in the middle of both sides of the pitch, but that's about it. Aviva's a big stadium. Jamison Gibson Park tossing a ball that bounced on the pitch out into touch. Comes over. Just stepping out for a moment, says Roska. Hey. All right, here we go. First scrum of the game. Holly Davidson is the official on the pitch. Crouch. Bind. Set. And Leinster collapses. Oh, they blame the Stormers. Leinster gets a penalty when Leinster's entire front row went down. Collapsing the scrum should have been on Leinster. They collapse. Oh, and Ethan Fouché's got a cut on his forehead. How in the world is that a penalty against the Stormers? She said he set and then pulled back. I don't see it. Yeah, and so Nathan Fouché wants a clarification. She gave a clarification. I don't agree with it. 4 minutes in now. 6 men in the line out. Ronan Kelleher will throw it in from deep in Stormer territory now. Stormer's in trouble courtesy of that scrum penalty, which should never have been a scrum to Leinster. It should have been a scrum to the Stormers, but hey, that's all the story. Nearly stolen by Stormers and knocked backwards by the... Oh, it's knocked on now by the Stormers. It's a knock-on advantage. Stormers have the ball. So we're going to have a knock-on advantage. Yep, that is a knock-on by the Stormers. As Evan Ruiz couldn't quite secure the ball, bouncing off his face and his upper body. He's going to come back for the first knock-on. And Connor Evans was touched in the air by his opponent, which is Max Deegan. Why isn't that a penalty? Why didn't the Stormers get that? But it'll be Leinster's ball, and the entire 5 minutes it's been Leinster. Stormers playing with danger here. Stormers playing with danger. Need to get their act together. 5 minutes into the contest, it's a scrum deep in Stormer territory. 5-10. Crouch, 10 meters out. Far side of the pitch. Bind. Set. The Stormers push. And once again, Leinster collapses. Leinster collapses. No penalty called. Gibson Park has it. Sends it over the middle to Deegan. Deegan is met there by Connor Evans. Counter ruck from Connor Evans. He's twisted backwards. And Leinster driving now. Thank you, Nino, for subscribing. And Leinster down to 5 meters. Gibson Park goes to the short side of the pitch. And that carry is Thomas Clarkson inside the 5 meter line. Gibson Park. And the Stormers tackle with Evan Ruiz. Kalen Doris down to 5 meters. Mkuda with a tackle. It's lost forward and into the hands of Ruan Nell. The Stormers have the ball. Came off of Josh Vanderfleer's chest. Here's a clearance kick by Yuri Mattia. Mattia's kicking it. It'll be about the 22 where it goes out. Not the best of kicks. It'll take some of the pressure off. So now the Storm is still defending 6 minutes in plus. So CB was unsubscribed from this channel, even though she's been with the channel since the day it was created. Here's a line out. Leinster unchallenged again. And away comes Van der Fleer to Gibson Park over the middle to Prendergast. Prendergast dumps that ball off of Hugo Keenan. He's tackled in the center of the pitch. And here come the Stormers on a counter ruck. Gibson Park goes the other side. Dummy pass there, and then the tackle. Gibson Park goes wide on the outside. It's Rico Ioane. Gibson Park to Prendergast on the far side of the pitch, down close to the 22. Ball's available. Comes back this way to Kalen Doris, and he meets a wall again. They try to strip him. Paul DeVilliers trying to get out of there. Gibson Park into the hands of Jimmy O'Brien. O'Brien is tackled. And phase after phase for Leinster. They go wide. And what happened there? They got an advantage. I don't see what happened, but Leinster's driving now. They're playing an advantage here. Prendergast, O'Brien, they go wide. Rico Ioane's all by himself. He's going to go all the way unmolested. Rico Ioane with the try. I don't know what happened there, but I thought play was going to stop, and it just kept going back outside the 22. Looked like an obstruction there, never called. It's a great pass by O'Brien. Similani had to go cover the wing, so he had to go, and the inside player couldn't get there. So going to be easy conversion here for Prendergast. Sam Grove White confirmed it. See, the TMO actually went up and checked this. That's what they should be doing. So Stormers are already screwing the pooch here, man. Here's the kick. That one's left but came back in. So 7-0. 9 minutes in, and Stormers already behind. Yep. So, really good build-up by Leinster there. That was Ben Jason Dixon. Couldn't get there for the tackle. No foul play, she says. I don't know what they're looking at for foul play. Ronell's asking about... She said no foul play on Willemse. Here's a restart inside of 22. They have it. Leinster. Kalen Doris, he's tackled immediately again. Connor Evans having a big game already. Here is the ruck. Gibson Park, 10 minutes off the clock. He kicks it down the pitch. That's going to find touch. And it'll be a good clearance kick out past the 10-meter line by Gibson Park. $10-19 in the contest. 7-0 Leinster out in front. It's a line out to the Stormers. Is this their first line out? I'm trying to remember. I think it is. Andre Hugo Fenta will throw it in. Stormers going from my left to right. Unchallenged, they come away with it. Khan. Mattia kicks it to the wing. Is it going to get there? Similani. Oh, and it's caught by Hugo Keenan. And then Hugo Keenan delays the game. That should be a 10-meter gain. Hugo Keenan walked 10 meters out of bounds to keep Damien Willemse from getting the ball so he couldn't bring it back into play. That should be a 10-meter walk-off. That should be a 10-meter walk-off because he delayed the game. But they didn't do it. Yeah, Keenan grabs the ball, keeps walking. So Similani was hoping to catch it, and it would have been right in his arms if Hugo Keenan hadn't gotten there. So it's another line out now. This time on the Leinster side of the pitch, the first time that they've actually been here. They go deep and overthrow it. Who was that intended for? Josh Van der Fleer picks up for Leinster. The Stormers screw it up. Rico Ioane. They go outside. Jimmy O'Brien. Back. Hugo Keenan down the Stormers' 10-meter line to Stormers. Total catastrophic mistake. Kalen Doris. The only bright spot in this game has been Connor Evans so far for the Stormers. Rico Ioane with the ball. Dancing. Tackle made. The Stormers can't live with success. How did they just... No one jumped for that ball. Gibson Park to Prendergast. McCarthy. Clarkson gets the ball. Gibson Park comes on the near side. Jamie Osborne with the carry now. Prendergast. Gibson Park digs it out, comes to the near side. He's got... Is that Max Deegan? Who is that? Kalen Doris to McCarthy. There's a Porter. Andrew Porter with the ball. Ball goes over the middle. James Lowe's first touch of the game is in the middle of the pitch, and he's tackled. You can't take this onslaught forever, and Willemse is going to have to go up in the air inside of 22. And it's knocked backwards by Leinster. She's going to say it's knocked on. I thought it was backwards. So a knock by Leinster forward. That's lucky for the Stormers. Sometimes better be lucky than good. Josh Van der Fleer knocked it forward. That was a great option by Leinster to kick it inside of 22 with a good pursuit there. They took a big risk, but who is it knocks it on? Oh, yeah, it is knocked on. Yeah, Hugo Keenan knocked it on. Yeah, that's a good call. It's really good eyes by her. I didn't see it forward. I thought it went backwards, but very good eyes by Holly Davidson. Turns the ball over to the Stormers. Mkunu's already, not Mkunu, but possession's been 85% for Leinster. This is insane. You cannot win a game like this. You cannot win a game like this. The Stormers have been under fire. They're going to be exhausted as a consequence. Evan Ross has got blood coming from his eye socket. Let's go, Stormers. Time to get your act together. 13-30 in the contest. And 85% possession for Leinster. It's taking a long time to set this scrum. Crouch! Holly finally calls out. Bind. Set. And it collapses. And a penalty. This time the Stormers win a penalty. Yep, Thomas Clarkson collapsed. It wasn't Porter. Porter's the one that typically collapses, but it was Clarkson. So Neethling Fouché's already gassed. You can see him breathing heavy. And he's complaining about the scrum. So Yuri Mattia kicks it down the pitch. The line out will be close to midfield. Oh, yeah, definitely number 3 went down. From the backside, I can see that. And she just told the Leinster side, I need Thomas to keep his bind up, so she's giving him extra advice here. But fair enough. She does it for both sides. Andre Hugo-Fenta with a line out. This time it's good. They don't throw it away. Imad Khan. Mattia kicks it high into the air, but Similan, that's going to be in the middle of the pitch this time. Oh, Hugo Keaton is buried by Damien Willemse. Counter ruck coming from the Stormers. But they don't get it. Leinster holds on to it. Wow, they just held on to that. James Ryan tackled. It's Andre Hugo-Fenta. Good defense here from the Stormers this time. Gibson Park going to launch this ball high into the air to the far side of the pitch around midfield. Yuri Mattia goes up and he drops it when he's hit. It's a knock on. Gibson Park is on the loose. He's gone. Chased down from behind by Khan. And they throw it backwards to Kelleher. Kelleher tackled. Stormers thought they had it, but they didn't get it. Now the Stormers are offside. They come outside. McCarthy back to Rico Ioane. He's tackled from Ben Jason Dixon from behind. The Stormers in a lot of trouble. 10 meters out. Gibson Park over the middle to Kalen Jones. That's a forward pass. Forward pass not called. Down to 6 meters. Here they come. Prendergast, another forward pass. And they got an advantage on a forward pass. How do you get an advantage when you throw it forward? It should be a Stormers advantage. Gibson Park. Porter to 5 meters. Gibson Park. Kelleher. Tackle to 6 meters by Mkunu. Gibson Park. Rico Ioane in the middle pitch right in front of the post. He loses it forward. No call. And not releasing. What was the penalty for? 16-27. Gibson Park torched the Stormers defense. Offside was the call. Now, that wasn't offside. I called it. And like 6 guys were offside on that. Stormers. What are they going to do? Take the points? They're going to take the points. Leinster wants to win. Yep. He lost it on a tackle. And Gibson Park torched them for almost 30 meters. Yep. So now 3 points going to come out of this one most likely. But if that's all the damage, the Stormers are lucky because there was a lot of space open for players to score. Boy, the Stormers defense, which used to be their strength, is not... Uh-oh. I just noticed Hugo Fenter injured. Somebody was down. Somebody's getting treatment behind the post. I can't see who it was. Prendergast with a kick. Flags go up. It's 10-0. 17:34 in the game. 10-0. $10-0. And I don't know if the player went out or what, but there was treatment, looked like, for Fenter. So Yuri Mattia restarts at 18 minutes. Here's the kick to the far side of the pitch. Is that going to go into touch? And it does, right into touch. One mistake followed by another one. What a dumb mistake. They want a scrum. Scrum called midfield. Stormers just cannot get out of their own way. They cannot get out of their own way. Shame. Absolute shame. Uh, 10-0 Leinster in front here. First 20 minutes of the game belong Leinster. They've had massive advantage when it comes to possession. All right, lots of noise, but no action. Crouch. 19 minutes off the clock. Bind. Set. And it collapses. You're going to reset it. Both sides went down instantly. 85% possession the first 10 minutes of the game. If the Stormers can get their act together, we'll have a final in Cape Town. If not, it's going to be right here.
We will move to sanctions now if we don't.
Let's go on a new
Move to
adventure.
sanctions, Holly Davidson says. Oh, boy. Going to try it again. This time there's going to be sanctions. So does that mean a card? 20 minutes now. A whole minute burned off the clock after that reset. Crouch. 20 minutes gone. Bind. 1/4 of the game over. Set. And the Stormers got a big push. Then Leinster gets a big push. And an advantage against the Stormers when it was Leinster who collapsed. Rico Ioane on the outside. And there goes James Lowe. Inside the 22, he throws it back to Wandisili Simelani. What is this? She blows the whistle. That advantage lasts a long time. They're going to come back to midfield. Front row standing up under pressure. No, that would describe the Leinster front row. Wow. Come on. Standing up in the scrum. So penalty against the Stormers. And from midfield, Prendergast will kick the ball. Hopefully it's not a good kick. It's not a great kick. Let's see how generous the mark is. Andrew Porter's down getting some treatment. He doesn't look comfortable. He gets up gingerly. He's headed out. Porter's out. Andrew Porter's out of the game. Wow. He'll be replaced by Alex Usanov. Oh, his leg. Yep. So Porter's out. Just a rugby injury. Unfortunate for him. Replaced by Usanov just 21 minutes into the game. Wow. What will that do to their scrum? Will that give the Stormers an advantage here? So it's a line out just outside the 22. The Stormers still under pressure, trailing 10-0. 7 men in the line out. 7 men in the line out. Feel free to chat, folks, if you want to. 21-20 off the clock. 10-0. Leinster out in front. Lineouts unchallenged. They come away. Gibson Park over the middle of Prendergast. Jamie Osborne. Osborne tackled. Gibson Park. Kaylin Doris, once again, tackled immediately. This time Paul de Villiers. Gibson Park cuts back the other direction. There's a little gap there. Oh, bad tackling there by the Stormers. Jimmy O'Brien gets it down. And now here's Kaylin Doris, cuts back and runs right into Paul de Villiers. Gibson Park, but they're only 10 meters out now. Threatening again. Stormers need to get a turnover here. Tackle made. Andre Smith. They come wide. Oh, and it's intercepted by Wandisili Simelani. What's the call for? Penalty? What's the whistle? What's the penalty? High tackle. So they're going to take it back. Oh, yeah, that's a high tackle. Yep. Yep, she called it too back at the 22. Good officiating by Holly Davidson. Yeah, it's clearly a high tackle, and it's back around the 22. So we're going to go back to the 22. Yep. And they're going to go for the points. And the mark is over there. Well, it's a better mark. It's a little further back, a meter back, but it's further closer to the post. So the center. So Prendergast with an easy kick here to make it 13-0. Are we looking to see if it's a sanction beyond just a penalty? 23 minutes off the clock, and Leinster's about to go up 13-0. 13-0. Three from three for him. 13-0. Wow. Dobson not looking too happy up in the booth. Don't go, James Lowe. Leinster fans don't want him leaving town. Inside 22. Tackle missed on Kalen Doris by Leyland Zoss. He gets over the 22. Ball comes loose. Stormers have it. Their first attack. Paul de Villiers goes outside to Ruan Nell. Down to about 14 meters. Khan. Evan Ruiz loses it forward. And it's lost forward by Josh Van der Flair. Oh my gosh. 6 meters out and Evan Ruiz lost the ball. That's the story of their season. So they kick it away. They're going to have good field position, though, around the 22. Wow. My goodness, they needed a try there. Stormers make a stupid mistake. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. And Ruiz just lost that ball forward. So a line out, Andre Hugafente. Kuno comes over with instructions. They need a good line out here. They need some offense here. The ball has been all Leinster so far. Almost 25 minutes off the clock. Nothing from the Stormers so far. Here's the line out. He's taken all day. This time they execute it to Andre Smith. They're into a maul. They haven't had a maul yet. It's their first maul. Andre Hugafente gets the ball at the back of the maul. It's going nowhere. Call once. Where is Khan? Get your ass over here. There goes Andre Hugafente. No support, though. Josh Van der Flair topped the ball. And Khan, it's lost forward by the Stormers. Who's got it? And Leinster comes in, picks it up while the Stormers stand around. Leinster has the ball. The Stormers turn over. Jimmy O'Brien. They cannot live with success. The Stormers turn the ball over inside the 22. Unbelievable. Ben Jason Dixon getting back on side. Yeah, Holly Davidson doesn't like what one of the Stormers players doing because he put an elbow down, but he said he's holding me. Leyland Zoss with a great high ball take around the 10-meter line, but we're losing territory here. Driving forward is Connor Evans. Con. Oh, nice dummy there. No choice, though, because the runners were offside. Leinster offside again. They're not being called for offside, but the Stormers were called for offside, and it's kicked away by Paul de Villiers. Kicks it into touch. So Leinster players were offside both times the ball was put in play there, and there's a Leinster player down right now. Oh, that's actually off of Leinster. So the official says it's the Stormers' ball. Good break there. Josh Van der Flair down getting treatment to his ankle, it looks like, or his knee. I can't see. My goodness. So, 26 minutes into this contest, ladies and gentlemen, and the Stormers have shown us nothing. Nothing. Holly Davidson talking to, I don't know if she's talking to Ruan now or whatever. No, Andre Smith. Andre Smith was being held, and he did this to push down the player. She said, hey, enough of that. And he goes, hey, he's holding me. And she told the guy holding him to let go. Yeah, well, go have a conversation with him as well. Wouldn't let him counter ruck. Van der Flair's getting taped up. I can't see where it is. The crew is in front of him. Looks like is it his calf or his knee? I can't tell. Looks like it's around the knee. All right, so Iman Khan just getting some clarity from Holly. She explained it very well to him. So he wasn't complaining, he's just asking a question. He wanted to make sure that he stayed within the law, and she explained it. So that's really well done. Yeah, Josh Van der Flair is getting his thigh or his knee. He's limping away, but we'll see how that affects his game. All right, the Stormers have got to get a try here. 26 minutes in. They're not out of this, but they're not showing anything. A try would give them some confidence. Andre Smith comes down with it. They come away with it. Andre Hugafente over the middle. Evan Ruiz nearly lost it again. But he held on. Bounced off his chest. A low pass to Mkunu, but he holds on. Good job by Mtuku Mkunu. Nice passing here. Leyland Zoss to Damon Phillips. In the water. Silly Simalani. Similani, that's a forward pass to Willemse. Willemse looking for somebody to throw it to. There's nobody there. They're all forward of him. Khan, 5 meters out. Stormers now. Got to get something going here. Paul de Viers. Offside. The Stormers are playing an advantage. Over the middle. Mattia kicks it to the wing, but that's too much on it. No, not enough on it. Oh, my goodness. It looked like it was too much, but then it wasn't enough. Going to come back for the offside. Stormers were playing an advantage, but that was a low kick. If he put it in Ben Jason Dixon's arms, it would have been a try, but it was about 3 meters short. Finally, Leinster gets called for being offside. I guess that was a flat pass from Similani. It looked forward, but it was flat. It was a terrible pass. Kick. All right, here we go. The Stormers are going to kick for the corner. They're going to tap and go. They're going to tap and go from 5 meters. Andre Hugo Fenter from the touchline, near side, tap line, down to 2 meters. Khan does it dummy. They go the other way. Mkunu doesn't get in. Pick and go by Andre Smith. He's in. He's in. And the try is awarded. The Stormers score. The Stormers score. Andre Smith. (27-48). Andre Smith goes over for the Stormers. Finally. Now we need a good conversion here. Kuno couldn't get there. Then Andre Smith came and picked it up. Went. Oh, yeah, he's clearly over. What are we waiting for? Oh, clearly over. Went right under the players. It's a really good job by Andre Smith. It's not the easiest of kicks, but not too hard. 13-5. We need this conversion. 8-point lead. He missed it. How the hell did he miss that? How the hell did he miss that kick? Oh, my gosh. So that sucks. 13-5 now. Here's the restart. And big pile of bodies here. Khan digs it out. Kicked high into the air. Sauce gives chase. He goes up and went backwards, and the Stormers recovered. Here we go. That's what you need, a little bit of confidence. Mattia is going to kick it forward. Similani's on this wing. Who's going to get there? James, oh, it's knocked on by James Lowe. It's going to be a Stormers ball, scrum. Similani put the pressure on James Lowe, and he knocked it on. Well done. Well done by Similani there. He's playing pretty well so far this game out there on the wing. Is it more a natural position for him? This was a great kick by Yuri Mattia. Similani was and Lowe lost it forward. Scrum to the Stormers. 30 minutes off the clock now. Another try would be nice. Kuno getting treatment now for his knee. Yep, on his knee. Tukum Kuno getting treatment now. Clock is stopped at 30 minutes and 2 seconds. All right. Down the last quarter of the first half here. Scrum to the Stormers in Leinster territory. Crouch. Need a good scrum here, boys. And they brought Ustinov in. Here's our chance. Bind. Set. And big push. And it gets over. Oh, going to reset it. Wow, ball wound up on the Leinster side of the pitch. Gibson Park. Holly's smiling. She said, we're going to set this again. Great scum. Good work, Leinster tells themselves. Ustinov. People worried about him, but he was up to the task in that scrum. Stormers lucky there. It was very close. She's laughing. She's telling Gibson Park it was very close. Holly Davidson, she's entertaining and she's talented as a referee. Also quite fit. Does a great job getting up down the pitch. Jaco Piper was quite fit when he's out on the pitch too. Crouch. Bind. Set. The Stormers have got to get this one now. It's in the pipe. And it collapses. The Stormers don't get rewarded for it, though. And up the middle goes Yuri Mattia inside at 22. Khan. Evan Ruiz. Ruiz past Rico Ioane. Stormers got to be careful going off their feet there. And great job by Mattia to catch that pass, which was short. He came back to it. Well done. Andre Smith to David Philipse. Philipse throws it back loose. Wanda City Similani cuts back inside, but Leinster eventually gets there for him. Oh, dangerous passing by the Stormers. Evan Ruiz. Oh, gets it up the middle. Oh, great work here. Khan up the middle. Stormers doing great stuff. Ruiz. Outside they go. Similani. Paul DeVilliers has got help, but he can't find it. There it is. Ben Jason Dixon. Jason Dixon driving. And Ben Jason gets it down. The Stormers 7 meters away, building up. Andre Smith. Come on, Stormers. Pour it on, boys. Pour it on. Oh, Phillips had lost it forward. Damon Phillips had a short try, and he lost it forward 6 meters out. And he's mad at Khan for the pass. They had a try, and a poor pass cost them. My goodness. The pass was the wrong place, but Phillips still should have had it. The tackle from Clarkson kept him from catching it, but he still should have had it. The Stormers could have gone up here to 12. And now Kelleher's getting treatment. The clock is stopped at 33:03. Oh, my goodness. The Stormers squander another 5 meter less try. Oh, he's not the only one getting treatment down there. My goodness. James Ryan also getting treatment. So, Andre Hugo Fente is asking Holly to take a look at something they're doing here. The body positions the front row. So let's see what happens here if Holly's listening. If I see an infringement, I'll penalize it, she said. All right, here we go. Stormers trying to play the ref. But so is Leinster. Both sides trying to get that advantage against the ref. So the Stormers need a massive scrum here after Damon Phillips knocked that on. 6 meters out. Need to take advantage of Ustinov, who's not had a great season. Yeah, Leinster isn't taking the hit in the scrum. I see that. We'll see if she calls it here. If they do the right in front of the post, they might just take the 3 points. Here we go. All right, boys. 33-37. Crouch. Need a good scrum. Bind. Uh-oh, that was the rough start. Set. Stormers, and it collapses. And the Stormers win the penalty. And away goes Gibson Park with the ball, so he couldn't tap and go. How about it? You know, that's nonsense. What are they doing? What are they doing? 5 meters out. Not taking the hit. They're going for the post. Yep, not taking the hit, and that's exactly what it was, which caused the Stormers to fall. So here's Mattia, who missed the conversion on the penalty, and now it's 13-8. Got to take those points. You can't pass up on that. All right, 35 minutes now. Here comes the restart. Prendergast gets us restarted. 35 minutes off the clock. He's going to go deep inside of 22, taken down there by Evan Ruiz, who's met immediately, but not held in a tackle. Gets up and goes, tackled again. Stormers, Khan. Here's the ball. It's available. Kicked high into the air by Khan. Chases on. Not touched. Oh. It wasn't touched in the air. Penalty for being touched in the air. No! Gibson Park just takes off. The Stormers just standing around. Now he's running loose and wild. Comes to the near side. Does the dummy all the way down the 22 from the 10-meter line. The Stormers, there's a gap. There's a gap in the defense right in the middle of the pitch. And they get Kelleher. After just catching up in the game, scoring 8 unanswered points, and now they're in trouble with Osborne. Prendergast, Gibson Park. Back to Hugo Keenan. Keenan tackled. Prendergast kicks it over the top. Here's a chase. Who's going to get it? Yuri Mattia. He downs the ball. Be a goal line drop kick. My goodness. Oof. Oof, man. Well, that was definitely the right decision to go for. Yeah, she said no arms tackle, so that's the right call. Gibson Park is so dangerous. Eventually, Paul de Villiers chased him down and we're along with Rowan Nell. Here's the free kick. Out to the 10-meter line where Osborne takes it. And it goes to Kalen Doris right in the middle of the pitch. Doris, a monster, driving up there. Ben Jason Dixon with a tackle. Stormers off their feet. They can't play that ball. Gibson Park back to the center. Is that Josh Vanderfleer with his taped up knee? Gibson Park from the ruck. They come to the near side. Kalen Doris, he gets it back to Prendergast to go out on the wing. Similani's out there. And James Lowe breaks free. James Lowe's on the loose. Back inside. Hugo Keenan all the way down to 5 meters. Sloppy tackling by the Stormers are going to cost them dearly late. James Lowe to Kalen Doris. Doris down to 5 meters, crawling on the ground. No penalty called. On off their feet is a call against the Stormers. Wow. And a penalty against the Stormers 5 meters out. Hands in the ruck. I didn't see it. 2.5 minutes remain. The Stormers are going to get themselves in a lot of trouble here. Oh, they're going to tap and go. She said, make sure you tap it. They do. And tackle the 2-meter line. Ball's available. And tackle short of the line again. Stormers got to get their defense. Advantage for being offside. Gibson Park. Oh, it's knocked down by Rico Ioane. Going to come back. There's going to be a warning here. Yep, she's going to give a warning.
As soon as we end up back down here, penalties are given away, okay? No more or someone will leave the pitch.
Can I have a check quickly, please?
Of course, yeah, time's off. Yeah.
Okay, time's off.
Is given a final warning.
That's the right decision there. So Roy now talking politely to the official. So Leinster gets another chance here. Can the Stormers escape without a try here? The problem is that Similani missed the tackle. He tried to tackle him around the shoulders. That's the problem. You don't tackle a player around the shoulders. He's trying to strip the ball. He should have tackled him into touch. And that's why we're in trouble here. And then Willemse missed the tackle on Keenan trying to steal the ball. It was offside on Evan Ruiz. Tap and go, and it's Gibson Park. Kalen Doris tackled the 4-meter line. Short of the line. Now they drive down to 2 meters. Good drive by Leinster. They're knocking on the door in front of the post. Pick and go. And lots of Stormers lying on the ground. They try to get up and get onside. Josh Vanderfleer is in. He's short. They are so close. They're going to get this. It's going to be an easy conversion too. Leinster trying to get through, and the Stormers go to the ground and prevent them from touching it. And again, they held them up. Inches, here they go. Going to go one more time. This one's not in either. 1 minute left the first half. They're not over. Did they lose it? No, they still have the ball. Gibson Park's going to pull it out. Now, there's space out here. And instead of getting to space, they tackle Prendergast 10 meters out. The Stormers' defense is tenacious. Can they get the turnover? They've got it. The Stormers have turned it over. And they go out of wing to Wadasili Similani, who's going to kick it down the pitch. And there's nobody home for Leinster. And into touch it goes, but that's fine because he was behind the 22. And the Stormers survive a ferocious attack by Leinster late in the first half. Whew, man. 30 seconds left in the first half. And Similani with a good clearance kick here. Imad Khan, great play there, making the tackle. Mattia came in to help him. And it was a good pass by Evan Ruiz to give Similani a chance to get it down the pitch. Wow. If he could have kept that in play, it would have been a race to a try zone. But still, it's a Leinster lineout now. We're over the hooter. The Stormers have got to get this. Oh, what happened there? Osborne and Evan Ruiz tackles him short of midfield. Prendergast out to the wing. Oh, they stay in play. The ball's bouncing around on the turf. Who's got the ball? Gibson Park. Now they're going to kick it into touch. There you go. And we got a Stormers player injured on the sideline here. Prendergast looks gassed and he's limping a little bit himself. I can't see. One of the Stormers is down. Is it Khan? Imad Khan is down the sideline. That's not a good sign as we end the first half. Despite their atrocious play for 30 minutes, the Stormers are in this game. Wow. Can you believe that? Stormers are in the game despite an atrocious first half. They have a chance. They have a chance. They got to get their act together at second half. We go to halftime now, 13-8. Man, oh man, oh man. Wow. That was a very poor first half, yet they're in the game. Hey, I'll take that as a victory. And they're a lot closer than the Bulls were. The Bulls were trailing 21-3. And they came back and won that game, despite their best effort to lose it. Stormers now within reach. One try out. And, wow, let's see how they do here. Given how poorly they played, 85% possession in the first 10 minutes for Leinster, and it's only 13-8. It should be 13-10. Wow. Leinster was wise to take those points on offer and kick. Otherwise, they wouldn't have a lead right now. They would be trailing. So Glasgow are left shell-shocked as the Bulls steal a victory in the URC semifinal. A momentous comeback by the Bulls saw them book their place in the URC final with a 22-21 victory over Glasgow at Murray Field. From a poor first-half performance to a sterling near faultless second-half display, the men from Pretoria scrapped back from 21-3 down to stun the Scottish side. The Bulls had a nervous start after Harold Forster lost the ball from a line-out, and from the first scrum, they fumbled again. After some helter-skelter stuff from both sides, the Bulls won a penalty in front of the uprights. Andre Pollard slammed it through for the first points of the semifinal. Glasgow showed they wanted to play. Going through phase after phase, they edged into the Bulls' 22 and the singing of Murray Field fans. Pollard won himself a yellow for a slapdown. It was the last thing the visitors had anticipated. After a good scoring opportunity for Glasgow, which the Bulls negated, a clearance kick by Ambrose Papier couldn't find the touchline, sending the home side into attack mode once again. Eventually, Villiers Leroux managed to clear, but it was evident the Bulls were backpedaling and holding on not to concede any points while they were with 14 men. It's a question of time before Glasgow turned their superior possession into points, and they did that in the 15th minute as Kyle Stem went over in the corner. They had won a throw-in for the Bulls 22 after a great kick from Jamie Dobie. The throw was good, and they worked it out to the right where Stead was flying. They were making the man advantage count. Dan Lancaster converted to take a 7-3 lead. Minutes later, it was Kyle Stem again, scoring their second in 10 minutes in the absence of Pollard after Sione Tupulotu clinically put Stem in on the right. Up to this point, the Bulls had sparingly had the ball. Glasgow were left stretching the Bulls' defense across the field while shifting their attack from side to side, which more often than not left a gaping hole in the visitors' defense. As the Bulls' game plan was falling apart, Ron Narkia got his side's second yellow card as the storming Glasgow pack won a penalty try. Nothing was working for the Bulls. Even as they were on attack, it seemed to be en route to score, losing the ball once more in contact. After 30 minutes, the Bulls managed to grind their way to Glasgow's red zone and won a penalty. They opted to tap and go and won another penalty a few minutes later. Wow. So, Marcel Coetzee went over. The TMO said he lost it forward, which he didn't. They went again, and this time Herbelaar scored, and it was 21-10. They were down 21-10 halftime. They went to the second half, and 4 minutes in, Ambrose Papier just sniped one across the line, and it was suddenly a closer game. The Bulls wound up winning 22-21. Wow. After an hour of play, the Springbok prop Vilko Low took to the field, and then play saw Curtly Arnsey turn the ball over, earning his side a penalty close to the halfway line, but Pollard's kick once again was not on target. The Bulls' confidence had soared. Caden Moody turned over possession midfield and offered Pollard another goal attempt, but he hit the uprights. With 8 minutes to go, the Bulls won a massive scrum penalty, and the morale boost was evident. Could Pollard finally sink one? It was a pressure kick, and he missed it again, 3 in a row. Glasgow threw everything at the Bulls in the last 4 minutes, trying to get enough from every angle. The Bulls won a penalty with 1 minute left on the clock after a monster tackle by Steben Gans. The time on the clock was in red. Nizam Carr took the line-out ball, and Herbelaar sent it flying into the stands to book their place in the final. Yep. Man of the match, Ambrose Papier. Yep. Well, there you go. That was absolutely amazing stuff. So, 13-8 here. So, let's see if the Stormers get the message at halftime. A depleted Stormers side basically playing the Irish national side, and they're in the game. If they had knocked it on, they'd have another try. But that ball was knocked on by Damien Willemse, close to the try line. So this is all URC could ask for, man. These are close games. The quarterfinals were not close, but these semifinals are close. Isn't this ironic? Before the game today, Rugby 365 said the Bulls are banking on Pollard factor in a game of inches. Pollard almost cost them the game. And that was what their secret weapon was. Not so secret. Jan de Koning said that before the game. My goodness. Yep. Unbelievable. So for the season, Glasgow was top of the log, and they're out of it. Leinster still in it now, leading this game. Second, Stormers still in it, third place. The Bulls, who finished fourth after losing going winless between the Champions Cup and this competition, they finally finished the season. The Bulls did 12 wins and 6 losses, and they're after the Lions and Munster, they're the most exciting team. Or Connacht and Lions had the best finishes, but then the Bulls right behind them. So the Bulls are in the final, fourth place team. So no one beyond the top 4 advances to the final. So there you go. That's why it's so important to finish in that top 4. Yeah, the Stormers. Damien Willemse knocked that ball on. What a shame that was. What a shame. So the Bulls will be in the final again. This will be their 4th final. They've yet to win one. They've lost 3. To the Stormers, to Munster, and to Leinster. Or to Glasgow. Leinster, excuse me. Glasgow. Yep, halftime. Halftime, folks. Cameron Hannigan, what a beast. Hey, Hank, how's it going? Come on, Stormers. Hey, Hank, congratulations, man. I assume you were watching that game? Wow. Hank, let me ask this question. I don't know if you have the resource, but if the Stormers pull this off, will you go to Cape Town for the championship in a fortnight? I wish I could join you, but I can't. That would be amazing to be there, but I can't make it. I got to be back here for the 4th of July. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Oh, excuse me. Anyway. Wow. Congratulations, Hank. What an epic comeback by the Bulls. And they did their best to lose it, but they still managed to pull it off. Lovely Driftwood said, we'll definitely be going. Hey, Herman Fenter, what's up? Bulls eat biltong, says Farid. Leaded Sky says Stormers are going to win it. I'm going to hold you to that, Leaded Sky. The Stormers are going to win it. I do want them to win it. Let's see how they do. Yeah, Cameron Hannigan was amazing today. He was fantastic throughout the game. And they took him out late, which kind of surprised me. I'd have left him in there until the finish. Ulrich says, our forwards need to smash the Irish. They are hard players, so we need to be harder. Backs must break the line and storm forward. I agree. I agree 100% with that. Chris Wyatt, what's going on, man? How you doing? To all the folks here, be sure to hit that like button. We'd appreciate it. We're looking pretty good in the first half. Better turnout than we had for the Bulls game, although that wound up being a pretty decent one in the end. Let's see if we can keep up the momentum in the second half. As the Stormers need to get it together, John Dobson has got to have the talk of his life with his team at halftime, and they've got to get it done. Off the bench, we've still got some talent. Marcel Tennyson can come in. We've still got, that's the X factor there. Some good players, but he's the X factor, Marcel Tennyson. All right, but with these injuries, we don't have a lot of impact players off the bench. Excuse me. Oh. There's no Suleiman Hatzenberg on this trip, I noticed. He hasn't been playing up to scratch lately. A lot of people off getting beer or taking a leak at halftime. They are missing. Stormers need to strike now, big time. Yeah, Hank, they are not too far behind. A try puts them ahead. A try unconverted ties it, and a conversion gives them the lead. Yeah, but they need to come out and take control. They had that try, but not the best pass. It wasn't a terrible pass, but not the best pass from Kahn to Damien Willemse about 3 meters out, and he lost it forward. It's a shame. So we'll see what happens. Aviva Stadium, yes, in Dublin. Overcast sky. Only 14 degrees Celsius today, apparently. A little chilly for some folks. Yep, we're ready for the second half here. Wait for them to come out, and we'll see how it goes. We'll switch up the arrows now. Possession arrow. The Leinster side will be coming from my left to right now. There we go. That'll be good for the second half. Right. Big weekend here for South African rugby. Let's see if we can pull off and cinch the second half of this deal to get the final back in South Africa. A lot of tongues are wagging right now, in Ireland especially, and Scotland, and the possibility that this final could be back in South Africa again would really just be set them off. We've had the final in South Africa 2 times, 3 times out of the 4 times. The first 3 times it was in South Africa. Finally, last year it was in Dublin, and Leinster rolled over the Bulls 32-7. So the Stormers have got to get done. I'm sure that while the Bulls would like to beat Leinster, they probably would prefer to be in South Africa and win the title. And I prefer that they go to Cape Town and lose to the Stormers again. That's what I prefer. I'm just saying. All righty. All right, waiting for the second half to get started. It has been an interesting day thus far, folks. Absolutely interesting day. So we'll see what happens going forward here. We will see what happens going forward. Oh, my Kadrikas Duplessis, what's he doing? All right. All right, here we go. We're ready for the second half finally. Are they coming out now on the pitch? Yep, here comes Leinster on the pitch. All right, let's take off that halftime marker. We're ready for the second half. Leinster's jockeying with the official. Yep, there's Ronan Kelleher talking to Holly Davidson, and we're going to go from Leinster from my left to the right, and Prendergast comes out. He looked a little gassy in the first half. He's probably refreshed now. Holly Davidson is ready for the second half to get underway, and it's 40 minutes to the final here at Aviva or in Cape Town. Here's the restart, near side, around the 22. Who's going to get this? And it bounces up in the air. Nobody gets it, and it goes into touch. It'll be a Stormers ball. Well, what the hell is this? How is nobody touched it? How is it Leinster's ball? Stormers didn't get the ball. They kicked it into touch. How's it their ball? Nobody touched it. Leinster gets the ball. Not a good start to the second half. Vanderfleer over the middle to Pendergrass to Osborne. He throws it away. And Gibson Park catches a loose ball in midair, so it's not a turnover. And a penalty by Paul de Villiers. Jackals the ball. Paul de Villiers, not releasing Gibson Park, but he didn't have much chance. He was buried there. Paul de Villiers is a monster. Gibson Park did a good job grabbing that ball in midair, and then he just can't get rid of it. So we're missing Dion Fourie, but without him, we've got Paul de Villiers doing that job. So they kick it, didn't find touch. What the hell is this? Wasted opportunity by Yuri Mattia, and he takes it inside his 22. Don't kick it away. Damn it. That's a waste. Look, Sasha does the same stupid stuff. Pendergrass now. He kicks it high into the air. And Zas is over here. It's knocked on, but then taken by Mkunu. Over to Damien Willemse. Willemse dancing through there. Gibson Park trying to tackle him, and Kalen Doris helps him. So the Stormers have the ball. And Khan is going to kick it. Box kick from... Oh, it didn't go anywhere. Oh, what a mistake. Stormers have got to get back. And Gibson Park gets the ball. Khan screws up royally. And here comes James Ryan, tackle in the middle of the pitch. Leinster's trying to get something going. Offsides with the Stormers, but not called. Out to the wing they go. And James Lowe is tackled. And the crowd's booing. It came off of James Lowe. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's off of the Stormers. Lowe's right. And it's gonna be Leinster's ball. James Lowe is right. It was off of Similani. Similani went for the tackle, and the ball went off his knee into touch. And who's down? One of the Leinster players is down getting treatment. .44 passes by Gibson Park. 55 meters made. He got a lot of that in one carry. 2 big carries from him. Oh, that's where it happened. Oh, it's Kalen Doris. His own player landed on his leg. Oh, it was Gibson Park landed on his knee. Oh, that was tough. That was tough. Yeah, the clock is stopped at 42:43 as Kalen Doris gets taped up. That's a tough one. Hate to see that. Really hate to see that, folks. Kalen Doris took a big hit there. Leo Cullinan up there in the booth. Marcel Tennyson on the sidelines. Adam Jones on the sideline there. Official. Ustinov is doing okay, given what we expected here. So they've already lost Porter, and Kalen Doris getting his knee taped up. That was a wicked. That looked like an AC or MCL. Hopefully he's okay. Although I want to win. So Leinster with the ball again now. Line out. Whistle blows. What's going on? Some Kuno was whistled, but then Kelleher moves. They didn't challenge it anyway, so what does it matter? Gibson Park to Prendergast, high into the air, somewhere near the middle of the pitch. Who's going to get this? Willemse comes flying up, and he goes right by the ball, and Hugo Keenan catches it, and Leinster has it back. Now they're going to kick inside the 22, and it's going to touch. But that's not a 50-22. But that is going to put the Stormers back deep. Yep, nobody was back there. And Zas, discretion, better part of judgment, not trying to catch that ball. So the Stormers with a line out inside their 22 now. They need to get on the other side of the pitch, and quickly. So they're going to have to exit from deep in their own territory here. Andrea Hugo Fenta with the line out. 44 minutes into the contest. He had a bad one muffed earlier. Let's see what happens here. This one they get to Ben Jason Dixon, to Khan, to Evan Ruiz. Bounces off the first tackler. Takes 2 more tacklers forward. Khan digs it out of the ruck. Call to use it already. He needs a better kick than he had last time. Not much better. That goes about 10 meters maybe. Goes backwards and right into the hands of an offside Leinster player, but no call. Kelleher has the ball. Gibson Park over to oh, they go wide outside. It's knocked on, and the Stormers have got it. It was knocked on. No call for the knock on. Here goes Andre Hugafenta over midfield. This is what the Stormers need now. Damon Phillipse there. Knock on advantage, and it's over. Come on, Similani, get rid of the ball. Oh, my goodness. He lets himself be tackled. And then Zas to Yuri Matiu comes over to help. Boy, these wings are not playing very well for the Stormers right now. Tukum Kunu tackled at the 10-meter line. Got to get back over midfield here, boys. And Kalen Doris is off his feet playing the ball on the ground, so she warns him. And Khan, this is a much better kick, going to go around the 45-meter line. It's knocked backwards by Leinster. They have it. And offside is Ben Jason Dixon. He needs to get back to where he needs. All right, here we go. Gibson Park comes to the near side. Tackle's made on Kelleher. Neathling Fouché off his feet. Here's Gibson Park to use it. Ooh, nearly blocked by Connor Evans. Willems is going to go up for this. He loses it backwards. It's caught by Paul de Villiers. Back to Willems. Willems, the ball stolen by Josh van der Fleer. And then Willems is over top of it. Is it an advantage for him being off his feet? Wow. So Willems turned the ball over and then got a penalty. So it's a knock on him. Oh, it's nearly stolen. Leyland Zas nearly caught that ball. They're going to go to TMO.
Deliberate knock on. Checking potential yellow card against 11.
What's a deliberate knock on? He tried to catch it.
That's one of those where the ball is
You already had a penalty.
across your chest. You have a millisecond to make a decision about whether you're going to get to it or not. And sometimes you wish you just kept your arms down.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he knows.
There's an overlap. There's a defender out there.
Sort of numbers over here. He's sticking an arm out like that.
Yeah, he's in trouble
It's
here.
a deliberate knock on and it's a 3-on-1.
Yeah, he's getting the yellow card.
It's a yellow card.
Yep. Unbelievable. Stupid decision. That's going to kill the Stormers. They were still in the game till now. Yellow card. That's not good. And it's all because Willems had the ball stolen from him. Wow, that's going to make a huge difference. You know, now you're down a player. Unbelievable. Stupid, stupid, stupid stuff. Now they're going to go for the throat. Leinster's taking their time here. And they're coming down. It's inside the 22 now after that stupid yellow card and a penalty. What's going on? Ben Jason Dixon going off for HIA? Or substitution? What's going on here? Oh, this is a bad substitution. A bad substitution. Bad substitution. Salman Morat comes in for Ben Jason Dixon. That is not a good substitution. That's going to kill us. 46-59. Wow. Oh, no, Connor Evans went off. It wasn't Ben Jason. It's Connor Evans who's having a good game. Is it HIA? Maybe it's an HIA. They said substitution. I don't know what's going on. Zas is killing us. Clock is ticking now. Line out is not challenged, and Leinster into maul. And this off the leg. Stormers warned. Gibson Park to Osborne. 2 players from the Stormers in the tackle. Can't afford to have 2 players. A missed tackle of Max Deegan. Imad Khan is over top the ball. They go wide to Prendergast. Prendergast cuts back inside. Terrible tackling by the Stormers. 10 meters out. Gibson Park towards the center of the pitch. Kelleher throws it forward. That was a forward pass to Kalen Doris. The Stormers got their hands on the ground. And that ball's lost, but it goes backwards, and Khan kicks it forward. Khan picks up. Go, 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 Khan. Will they catch him? Yeah, they're going to catch him. He can't get away. Oh, my gosh, Hugo Keenan, and he lost it forward. Oh, my gosh, he had a try, but he was so slow. Down to the 22. Oh, my goodness. Could have got a try shorthanded, and Khan didn't have the speed. And the Stormers took forever to get there. So, Leinster back at their 22 now. Khan, man, got caught by Hugo Keenan. Should have cut the angle on him or something. Kicked high into the air. Stormers want to get this one. Willemse. What a job by Willemse to grab that in the air as he fell to the ground. Salman Morat with his first carry now. Nothing doing there. Ball's available for Khan. You know he's gassed after that run. Couldn't score that try. Damn. Kicked over the top. Chases on by Willemse. Who's going to get it? Oh, he tackled Willemse. That should be a penalty. He tackled Damien Willemse away from the ball, so he couldn't get there. If the Stormers upset, that's taken back. It's bounced off their own player. Chases on. Who's going to get there? Down the 5-meter line. What do you mean accidental offside? What do you mean accidental offside? He kicked it into his own player's face. He kicked Gibson Park right in the face. How is it offside? And, well, he went the wrong way. If he cut back to the other line sooner, Keenan chased him down. I'm watching that replay. When you're going to the ground, you've got to grab onto that ball. That should be your first priority. So the clock is stopped at 49:28 with 6:51 left on that yellow card. Gibson Park getting some attention, no doubt. He got kicked right in the head. That ball nailed him square. So I don't really know what's going on here. There was talk about, accidental offside. That should be a Stormers. It should be a scrum. Yeah, I'm shocked if he doesn't get an HIA here. Let's see Luke McGrath come in. Looks like he's okay, but how is that not an HIA? I mean, he was kicked right in the head with the ball, like 6 meters away. Full force. The Stormers are discombobulated here, and they're arguing with each other. First scrum of the half. 9 minutes in. Yeah, I don't know how Gibson Park doesn't go out with an HIA. I mean, does that damn mouthpiece even work? Dude got hit like rock solid square in the side of the head with a kick from Prendergast that was launched. But here we go with the scrum to the Stormers inside the 22. They're short a player. They need to score a try here while they're short a player. Bind. A good scrum would help. 3 points would be nice too. Set. Early engagement. Both sides in engagement. They're yelling free kick. She's going to reset it. Leinster wasn't taking the bind. Your packs are preempting my call. Both of them. Yep. Agreed. Good call by Holly. Both went forward early there. But the one player on the tight head prop pulled back when the rest of his line went forward for Leinster. Try it again. Stormers need to have a dominant scrum here. But they're killing more time on that clock. Stupid card by Zoss. So far, no damage. But we had a chance to score a try, but Khan just didn't have the wheels. Crouch. Bind. Set. Big push by both sides. Stormers driving forward. Stormers driving on the scrum. No penalty advantage. They're going to reset it. Wow. Well, that'll kill another minute on the clock. Third time is the charm here for the Stormers. Looked like they thought they were going to get a penalty there, but it wheeled both sides apparently. Boys? He said, you want rewarded, you go through them. As she just told the Stormers, boys, very simple message. You want rewarded, you go through them. Shame that the Stormers have this Chinese car advertisement on the back of their jerseys. Jatur. All right, the chat is really slowed down as people are listening. Only 98 likes. There's 228 of you here. Come on, somebody hit the like button. How hard is that to do? 51 minutes. We're down the last half hour. Stormers still in this, but they need a try here, or at least a penalty. Here we go. Scrum. Third time it's a try. Down to 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Bind. This one looks ugly. Set. Khan puts it in. Stormers push them forward again. Now they got the advantage. And picked up by Evan Ruiz. Ruiz driving, but Josh Van der Fleer is all over him. Stormers have an advantage here from the scrum. Khan to Mattia. Mattia threw it behind to Willemse. And they're going to say it's a knock-on. Go back for the penalty. Take the points. Because that'll reduce the clock. Shot called. Right decision. Kelleher popped up in that scrum and a penalty for the Stormers. This will kill more time in that clock. So we need Mattia to make this one. 3:37 left on a yellow card. 53 minutes off the clock in the game. Flags go up. It's 13-11. If he made the conversion, it would now be 13-13. We got some changes coming. The whole front line comes out. Okay. Andre Hugo Fenta's gone. Wow. Fouché, Fenter, Kuno, and Porthan, the entire front row. Here we go. Restart now. Trailing just by 2 points. 53 minutes. 2:51 left in the yellow card. Inside to 22. Taken by, speared out of the air by Evan Ruiz, who drives up over the 22. Nicely done. There was confusion about who was going to take it, but he just speared it out of the air. Khan needs a good kick here. And that's not a good kick. Again, only goes about 10 meters. And knocked on by Osborne and then knocked on by the Stormers. It's going to be a scrum. And now we have a new front row. A new front row. And thank you, Nico Cook, for your subscription. Zos still 2 minutes, 20 seconds on that card. But the scrum, we got changes coming. Jack Conan's coming in. And Slimani's coming in. So Clarkson will come out. And Josh Van der Fleer comes out, who's not having a particularly good game. Some more Irish national come in the game. Another one. 1:54 left on the yellow card now. These scrums, there's been 3 resets down there, and here's a 4th scrum. That's eating up a lot of that yellow card for the Stormers, working out very well for them. Slimani, the French national. Here we go. Come on, folks. Hit the like button. Did we do any better? We finally got some numbers on the likes. 118, that's a little bit better. Turn 20. Crouch. Bind. Whistle blows. Going to reset the new front row. Keep the space. Both new front rows. Only Kelleher stays in there from the outset. Brand new front row for the Stormers. And 2 out of 3 for the Leinster side. We're down to just about a minute left on the yellow card for Zos. If the Stormers can come away with this without giving any points, that'll be huge. 1 minute left on the yellow card. Crouch. Bind. And early engagement, free kick. And I would just tap and go if I were the Stormers. Or they want to put them deep. Maybe they want to put them deep. 44 seconds left on the yellow card. They're going to put him deep. Now, hopefully Matea can find touch here. Is he going to kick it into play? He's going to kick it into play. The chase is on. 30 seconds left on the yellow card. And it's taken by Hugo Keenan to pitch. He gives it to James Lowe, who's been a non-factor in this game, thank goodness. And nobody's home. That ball's going to bounce over there. Yuri Matea at the 26-meter line. He'll kick it forward. Gives chase to his own kick. Prendergast, and Matea's there for the tackle. Leinster with the ball now. Up by 2 points. They haven't scored since the first half. James Ryan with a carry. And Paul de Villiers is, croc roll, croc roll, croc roll. She said he had him by the shoulders. That was a croc roll. And the Leinster driven back to their 30-meter line. They kick in desperation away. It goes to Willemse. Willemse kicks it high into the air. He gives chase. And it goes backwards. It's caught by Evan Ruiz in the air. He's got it. Ruiz did a good job to get back on side. Imad Khan. Now the Stormers need to start driving. Get some play going here. It looked like Matunga lost the forward, but he didn't. Offside by Leinster by 10 meters. And they get a tackle on Similani because they're offside. Thank you. Offside for sure. Thank you for that whistle. Good Lord. Substitution coming for Leinster. Who's coming in? 14. So Jimmy O'Brien is headed off. See who comes in for him. Will it be Gary Ringrose? Harry Byrne? Can't see who it is. Who's coming in? I can't see who that is. Damn it. They're not showing me the substitution. The screen is too small. Stupid, retarded adverts by this provider interfering with the game. I can't see who came in. And they don't bother to show it on the screen. But I tell you, the statisticians, okay, it's Harry Byrne. Okay, Harry Byrne comes in for Jimmy O'Brien. I thought that might be who it is. Okay, all right, cool. We're reaching the last 20 minutes of the game. Stormers still not leading. Warwick Lunt comes in. That's a late substitution for Similani. Okay, Stormers need a good scrum here to kick a penalty. Oh, it's not their scrum. It's Leinster's scrum? I guess they considered a knock-on early on there. What the heck? So Leinster has the scrum. Bind from midfield. Need a good scrum, Stormers. Set. Stormers got a big push. But somebody gave ground. Nope, they come away with it. Conan with a carry. He's tackled short of the 10-meter line by... Is that Marcel Tennyson out there now? Leinster inside the 10-meter line. Lost backwards by Osborne. Tackle there by Marcel Tennyson. He came in the game as well. Leinster from midfield. Kelleher goes forward. Matungo with the tackle. Gibson Park is going to kick this over the top. Chase is on. Who's going to get this? Down around the 22. Better talk. Somebody better get it. Damien Phillips, can't get it, but it goes backwards. It's picked up by Marcel Tennyson. He's tackled outside the 22. The Stormers need to get this out of their half. One way or another. Porthen with a carry. A lot of excitement about Zach Porthen, but I've not really seen it for the most part. Khan, box kick. That goes about the 10-meter line. Who's over there? Willemse? It's knocked backwards by the Stormers and into touch, so no one was there. So it's going to be Leinster's ball, unfortunately for the Stormers. And it's the right call. It was Leinster's ball because Willemse just knocked the ball back. He's not even trying to catch it. Why is the crowd cheering? Substitution. Are they taking Paul de Villiers out? Ackerman comes in. I think that's a bad decision. Why are we taking Paul de Villiers out and putting Ackerman in his position? De Villiers has been brilliant. 20 minutes left to go in the game. This is a mistake. Questionable substitution there. Last 20 minutes of the game. Leinster line out unchallenged. They come down with it. And here they come. Kelleher to James Lowe. Lowe has been negated in this game. And there's Kalen Doris still in the game. Oh, he breaks free. Kalen Doris down to the 22. The Stormers, poor tackling, cost them dearly. Here they come. Leinster, Osborne to James Lowe. Lowe is tackled at the 22, and then goes Gibson Park. Oh, disarray, complete disarray for the Stormers. When they should be in this game, they're giving it up. Oh, Evan Ruiz should have a turnover. Yes! Evan Ruiz with the jackal. Oh, brilliant work. Evan Ruiz comes through with the discipline when we need him. Oh, my goodness. The Stormers were in complete disarray. So lucky that Leinster didn't score there. And then Evan Ruiz comes through and gets the turnover. Jackals that ball. My goodness. Gibson Park doing us serious damage. Okay, Stormers kick it down the pitch. They have a line out from their 46-meter line. Whew. We need a try, Stormers. One try ain't going to get it done, boys. We need another try. Here we go. 19 minutes remain. Stormers are still trailing. Not even ahead. J.J. Coates' first line out. And it's tipped in the air by Leinster. They've got it. Stormers screw up their line out. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Coates threw it short, and it was tipped. Kelleher. He's tackled. Counter ruck from the Stormers, but they're on the ground, so they have to give up. Gibson Park is going to go for the box kick. High into the air. We need the Stormers to do a better job on these high balls. And Willemse goes backwards again off of him. Again, Damien Willemse screws us on the high ball 3 times in a row. He's over a shorter player, too. What is his problem? Get the ball. Gary Ringrose comes into the game. Ringrose comes in. I don't know what he's coming in for. Wow. Leinster on the front foot now. Stormers, 3 big mistakes in a row. So who's going off? Is Kahn going off? Yes, Stefan Unger has come in the game. Ringrose has come in for Osborne. And a new scrum half for the Stormers. Last substitution. Stormers in trouble here. Inside of 22. Tackle made there by Evan Ruiz. Gibson Park. Gibson Park. Gary Ringrose touched the ball first time. Rico Ioane's still out there. Ryan again. Stormers need a turnover here. Harry Byrne cuts back inside. Nothing there. Zach Porthen on the tackle. Back to the 22. Stormers defense has got to stay tight. Don't go offside. McCarthy. Gibson Park. Ball's available inside the 22. And it's stolen by the Stormers. Stefan Unger has it. He intercepted the pass. Matungo comes over to play scrum half. And Evan Ruiz with a carry. Stormers have got to clear this. Wow. 17 minutes left. And this is Stefan Unger's first box kick. Much better than anything Kahn has been doing of late. James Lowe steals it from Willemse again. Willemse is just useless in his last 10 minutes. What is with Damien Willemse all of a sudden? And Hugo Keenan is tackled at the 10-meter line. The Stormers get the ball back, and then they waste it and give it right back. And there goes Gary Ringrose over the 10-meter line. Stormers, Porthen, another big tackle. Back outside the 10-meter line, but they're not going to hold forever. Slimani with a carry. McCarthy's still out there. He goes forward inside the 10-meter line. Players all over the place. And there's Kalen Doris with a forward pass, not called. Conan. There's another forward pass. And now they're coming. There goes Rico Ioane. He's loose. Back inside the 22. 2 missed tackles. 3 missed tackles. Gibson Park. The Stormers in trouble here. With just 16 minutes left, they can't afford to go down another try. They go out wide. It's bounced up in the air, and Kelleher saves it. Tackled at the 22. Inside the 22. Phase after phase. They go wide on the wing. It's out there. And Marcel Dan Duplessis. And the Stormers have it. And the ball's live. It's on the pitch. And look at Evan Ruiz chasing that ball. Not much chance to get there. They chase him all the way back to the 30-meter line. And Gary Ringrose takes off. Oh, he's tackled. Oh, and Yuri Matia's knee. He's down. We don't have a kicker now. We're screwed. Matia's knee got hit, and Leinster have the ball at their 10-meter line. Yuri Matia's limping off the pitch. He can't play. We're down a player. We're missing a player. He should have stayed on the ground and just grabbed his knee instead of getting up. Now we don't have a player back here. We're down a player. He should have stayed on the pitch. Philipse better get this one. He finally gets one. Down to his 22. Goes outside. James Lowe. He takes off. Damien Philipse's on the loose. Up the midfield. He's tackled. And the Stormers have the ball. But Yuri Matia's in trouble. They throw it away. And now, Ruan Nell clears it. It's a 50-22. Yes! 50-22 by Ruan Nell. And we got to get rid of Yuri Matia. He's injured. All we got left now is Damien Philipse for conversions. Oh, my goodness. Ruan Nell, somehow. Brilliant 50-22. Where's Yuri Matia at? He was limping out there badly. There, he's getting shaped up now. I hope it's not his kicking leg. Looks like it's his left leg, but it's his planting leg. Could be almost as bad as a kicking leg. 66 minutes off the clock. Oh, his knee got hit. No, there was nothing in it. It was the guy carrying the ball caused the hit. There was no head contact. So 14 minutes left. The Stormers now. And wouldn't that be a pisser if we miss a kick because our kicker got injured on that play? She needs to do a good job taping up his leg. She's trying to get stability for that inside. And Kelleher is down too. Ronan Kelleher. Stormers have got to get their crap together here. Come on, Stormers. Be sure to hit that like button, folks. If you haven't done it, just 128 likes. There's 268 of you currently here. How hard is that to do? Come on, hit that like button. Boy, she's putting a lot of tape on the inside of that knee. James Lowe has taken his rubber band out of his hair. Now he's going to put it back. So the Stormers need a good line out here. The last one they threw away. They need a good line out here. Or they need Leinster to commit a penalty in the line out. One of the two. 6 men in the line out. Last time Salman Morat didn't bother to get it down. They're still taping up Yuri Matia's leg. And now we're coming for line. Okay, is he ready? They're still waiting on their player. She said it's okay. Is he coming? Okay, here we go. Yuri Matia got a taped up knee. That could be an impact on the game. 13.5 minutes remain. Stormers ball. They screwed up the last line out. This one they got. And here they come. Marcel Tennyson comes down with it. He's tackled. Ball's available. Stefan Unger comes over. Fresh legs. Oh, nearly lost. And Porthen goes forward with the ball. Good job securing it by Porthen. And he doesn't release. Oh, seriously. How the hell do you pull that? Stupid Zach Porthen. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. How in the world do you do that? There was no one even pressuring him. He just didn't place the ball. Marcel Tennyson did it, and then Porthen. Gee, many crickets. Pressure. Stormers are... What's going on? What? Oh, they kicked it into touch. Okay. Yep. So not much gained on that. So it'll be a Leinster line out. Now the Stormers need to steal line out. Don't touch the player. Just steal the ball. But Kelleher's been brilliant in the line out. Here's make it. Maybe it won't be straight. It'd be nice. Now that's the Stormers have stolen it, but they got to get it, and they get it. Oh, and Ackerman has it. Run Ackerman tackled. Come on, get the ball, Stefan. Don't kick it away. Come on, don't kick it away. We're going in the air again. This stupid air game. Why are we doing this? Knock backwards, and they've got it. Leinster has it. Tackle made back there by Marcel Tennyson, having a big impact since he came in the game. Told you he was a secret weapon. So Leinster at their own 22, driven backwards inside the 22 by Porthen. And Ackerman. Stormers need the ball and a kick for a penalty here, something. I mean, if we have to win with one try, we'll win with one try, but we need points here. That's kicked down the pitch. And it's taken back there by Gallant. Gallant throws it in the middle to Philipse. Ooh, nice tackle. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, the Stormers got away with one there. Similani goes goes wide. Oh, come on. And as Ruanel places the ball. Wow. Stormers desperate here. Similani, what do we got here? What's the call? We're going to go back for something. What happened here? Kelleher clear out. We might have a card on Leinster. Yeah, looking at this clean out.
Okay.
Required attention, and it's going to get attention. From
Is it
Mike
on?
Davidson and Mike
Is it on the
Davidson.
Stormers?
Dangerous clear out
By the Stormers?
Green 20.
by Green 20.
Yep, that's the one. Yep, 10 minutes. That'll cost us the
He
game.
wasn't lacking velocity anyway. The speed he comes in with. Keller wins the initial space.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a card. That's a red card.
Tell you what I'm seeing.
Stupid. This is just stupid. That's a red card.
Clear out, meets the yellow
Yep.
card threshold.
Yeah, it's going to go to the booth for
Yellow card,
review.
off-field review for number 20.
Unbelievable. I just said, why did you take Paul de Villiers out of the game? I just said that. Why are you taking Paul de Villiers out of the game and putting this reckless player in?
Clear out by number 20, which meets the yellow card threshold. So it's going to be a yellow card and off-field review to 20.
It's going to go to 20. It's going to be a red
So
card.
That's the very least, in
Yep.
my view, of that clear out.
I agree. Stupid. Stupid. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Stupid. Now they're in scoring position and they're up a player and we are screwed. That just cost us the damn championship game. Wow. Cut his contract. McCarthy's out. Kelleher's out. Mangan comes in for McCarthy. Unbelievable. That just changed the game right there. Stupid. And Tomal. And here comes Leinster. Call to use it once. Gibson Park has it now. And there's no defenders out wide. Not a single defender. All they got to do is go to left. Now they have defenders finally. James Ryan is tackled. Down to the 22. Oh, they lost it. It went back. Oh, no. Come on. Gibson Park. Unbelievable. He lost it forward, and everybody just stood around. That's it. It's all over. Thank you, Ackerman. Thank you. Thank you for giving away the championship game.
When he's on the ground kicking the ball.
Okay, so on-field try. We're checking for cynical play against 19.
Stormers, yes.
So Salma Morat. Another liability for the Stormers.
Look.
Yep, that was Morat. That's a yellow card for him.
Exactly what he's doing there.
Yeah, let's make sure we get
I
contact.
agree.
I agree with you so far.
Yep.
Make sure the Leinster player isn't putting him in the position. I don't think he is.
Looking at that angle, I don't think
Right,
it's...
I'll tell you what I'm seeing.
From that angle, I don't see it.
19's on the ground, and then he, in an unnatural position, lifts his feet to block the ball that 9 is looking to play. Are you
Yep.
seeing that?
Yeah, I agree with you. So he's on the ground and then lifts his legs up. Passing channel.
That's a yellow card. Stormers are
Yellow
done.
card. 19.
Unbelievable. Another liability, Salma Morat.
I have to say,
Another stupid substitution. I just said that's a stupid substitution. And 2 substitutions kill us. Yellow card. It's over. That's a pretty harsh penalty. He wasn't looking at the ball. That's harsh. 2 substitutions I said shouldn't be made. Unbelievable. So he's taking his time here running the clock down. Because they're up by 6 right now. This will make it 8. And the Stormers are down 2 players. Unbelievable. Kick is good, 20-11. Jeez. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yellow card's red. No mitigation. Yep, it's what it should be. It absolutely should be a red card. Yep. Yep, that's red. Nine-point lead with 8 minutes left on the clock, and there are only 13 Stormers players on the pitch. So, and they've shown nothing here. Similani. No, it's Gelant. Stefan Unger. And they just threw it away. Picked up by Mattia, who's injured. And Ruiz, all by himself, no one over there. Mattia does a nice job picking up a loose pass. And here we have Ruan Nell going to kick it away. Stormers had a 50-22 and a line out, and they screwed it. It all started with Porthen not releasing the ball. That's where this all started, with Porthen not releasing the ball inside the 22, and it all went sideways from there. He lost control of that ball sliding across the line. Nah, he's got it. Okay. Unbelievable. So, coming up on 7 minutes left. Unbelievable. Line out successful for the Stormers. 7 minutes remaining. They're into a maul, but that's not going to get it done. Look at that grabbing Marcel Tennyson around the neck. What is this? James Ryan. Unger brings it out. Mattia. No, there it goes. Ruan Nell. He goes to the wing. He has to bounce. Is it Willemse over there? And he runs into a wall. Rico Ioane places the ball. Unger. Mattia. Mattia's doing a good job fighting through that injury. Stefan. Porthen caused all these problems for us a little while ago. This time he places the ball. Would have been nice earlier. Going forward, Stormers. Nice dummy there. Tackle made. Ball's available. 6 minutes remaining. They need to score quickly. They got Willemse. James Lowe's there for the tackle. He's been a non-factor, and we're still going to lose this game. Hands, that should have been a penalty right there, which is makeable, although with his knee, I don't know if he can kick. Mattia's kicking into touch. Nope, stays right at the 22. Yeah, and there's nobody home. So the Stormers lose 35 meters on that exchange. What a dumb decision that was. 35-meter loss. Unbelievable. We're down the last 5 minutes here. And the clock has stopped. Ackerman. Unbelievable. This all started with Porthen not releasing the ball. We had a line out inside the 22, down by 2 points with 11 minutes left in the game. A drop goal, a penalty, a kick to the corner, a rolling maul, and now we're going to lose this game. Unbelievable. It was there to win. It was there to win. It was there to win. And now we're down 13 players. Stupid play. Stupid play. Line out is good. Player touch to the air. Where's the penalty? Finally, she gives the signal up for an advantage. Yep, touching the lifter. Yep, but we're down to 4 minutes, so it doesn't really matter. Got to get 3 points really quickly and then keep playing for that try. Luke McGrath comes in, replacing Gibson Park, who's had a brilliant game. Surprised Gibson Park never went out for that head injury assessment. He's the man of the match. Oh, boy. What a disappointment. Anybody hit that like button yet? 148 likes. Come on. Here's a line out for the Stormers. Not challenged. Goes to Marcel Tennyson. They're into them all. We're down to 3.5 minutes remaining. They need to get a try or get some points here very quickly. They're driving. Rolling Maul's picking up a lot of space here. At the back is Stefan Unger. He takes it away. And once again, offside is Leinster. Bounces off one of the Leinster players there. Leinster have it inside their own 22 now. Leinster want to kill some clock here, and it's Caelan Doris. The Bulls can beat this Leinster side. The Bulls can finally win a championship this year. The Stormers started season 8-0, and this is how it's going to end. Ill discipline. Dobson ought to be so angry. I don't know why Ackerman needs to be dropped, and Salman Moore. I don't know why we carry him, why he ever became a Springbok. The guy is useless. Two and a half minutes remain. We got a player hurt. Who is that? One of the Leinster players' clock is stopped with 2.5 minutes remaining. Stormers with a line out. Hugo Keenan. It looks like he's in a little bit of pain there. No, I don't agree with that, Motlong. No. Sasha's not the Stormers. That's nonsense. They won without him. Sasha's not the answer. They won with freaking Monty Libok. The problem is that the Stormers' discipline is poor. This game was in hand and won. They had this game won. Sasha is great, but he's also a liability at times. He wins more games than he loses, but he lost some big games for us. The problem here in this game is the discipline. We had the game in hand with 11 minutes left to go. We had a line out. We got it. They pooched it. Porthen picked up the ball, ran for it, and then held on to it. No one was even trapping him. He just held it. He didn't place the ball, and we turned it over. And that's where it all fell apart. And Ackerman is stupid, penalty. So, 2.5 minutes remain. Keenan's getting wrapped up now. Yeah, the Stormers definitely lost the spark. Yep, Marianne, atrocious play. Yep. Ulrich, I don't do Night Owls on Saturday. I need a break. I might do a broadcast this afternoon just for the heck of it, but yeah. All right, so 2.5 minutes remain, and Hugo Keenan's going to stay in the game. He's limping. Good. Take advantage of that. You got 13 players now. They're down to 14 because he can't catch up. Line out is not successful, and it's knocked on, though. Come on. Leinster knocked it on, Holly. Come on. They knocked it onto the lineout, but they have the ball again. This is unbelievable. Ringrose goes outside, and here they go. Keenan, despite the injuries, blazing down the pitch. And James Lowe is tackled. He's in touch. His leg is in touch. They don't call him in touch. Unbelievable. And a penalty against the Stormers. That's going to stop with 2 minutes to go. Don't even argue, Damien. You screwed the pooch dropping the ball earlier. We should have gone ahead. Damien Villemse dropped a try at the 3-meter line. Oh, you notice how they stopped the replay. Just we're about to see his leg go into touch there. Oh, it's not in touch. No, he can't put him up in the air. Okay. Good call by the side judge. So Leinster will kick to the corner. Another chance to run up the score. Wow. Ackerman cost us this game. And then Salman Morat. Two stupid freaking substitutions. Why in the world Paul de Villiers came out of the game, I do not know. That made no sense. Why Connor Evans came out of the game, I do not know. Two dumb substitutions. Two really stupid substitutions by Dobson. I don't understand that. I said so at the time. 1 minute left. This thing is all but over. Jack Conan tackled. Luke McGrath. Kalen Doris. "15 seconds remain. Tackle made. They're just trying to kill the clock now, or are they trying to score? 2 seconds left. Here they go, into touch.
Harry Byrne sends the ball high into the stands.
And Leinster goes to the final
Leinster
game.
will get the opportunity to defend their URC title in the final.
Wow, that's disgusting. The Stormers were closer than I expected them to be today, but I'm sorry. Porthen, Villemse had a terrible game. Damien Villemse was useless in this game. These are players that I like. I love Damien Villemse, but he was useless in this game. Accomplished nothing whatsoever. Very disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. Very disappointing. And the final will be played next week, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks at Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Yep. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done already. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. We got 153 likes. But that's going to do it for this. So we had a great start to the day, and it ends on a sour note. No, Hank, I will say this. I'm predicting the Bulls will win that game. The Bulls, if they play the way they play today, Leinster didn't deserve this game. The Stormers gave it to them. Leinster did not deserve this game. The Stormers gave it to them. Holly Davis did a good job calling the game. The Stormers gave this game away. Yeah, that's right. The Stormers were on fire, and they substituted 2 of their key players. Why in the world they took out Paul de Villiers and Connor Evans is beyond belief. I do not understand that. And who it came in? Ackerman, who got the red card, and Salman Morat came in. Unbelievable. It's got to rank up there as the dumbest substitutions one's ever seen. And, of course, Imad Khan. They talk about how great he is. The guy's slow. He was chased down by Hugo Keenan, who was 20 meters away. He didn't get the try. Damien Villemse knocked on a try. And then Porthen turns the ball over late with 11 minutes left. We could have kicked, or gotten a try. Yeah, anyway. This is on the Stormers. This wasn't earned by Leinster by no means whatsoever. The red cards was justified. The yellow cards are justified. Yep. And the Stormers. This is a very disappointing end of the season. I'm not happy about this. Not happy at all. Not happy. I mean, this is just a poor performance. The game was in hand, and it could have been a final in Cape Town in 2 weeks. Instead, now it's got to come back here, and the Bulls have got to get it together. We'll all be pulling for the Bulls. We'll all be pulling for the Bulls. They got to get it together. All right, folks. Nobody else can hit the like button, I see. So much for that. Thank you for that. Those who did hit the like button, I appreciate it. That's going to do it for this. I leave this with a sour taste in my mouth. Very sour taste in my mouth. Just one try. Yep, just one try. Oh, my goodness. That's it. That's going to do it for this day. Thank you, Michael Dawson, for saying it's great commentary. I appreciate it. The Crypto Noob is back. I haven't seen you in a while. That's it, guys. Let's all get together for the Bulls in 2 weeks. Rooting for the Bulls. They can do it. Cheers.